Hi everyone. I wanted to share something with you that I recently heard about based on the Kanban method, which is the Japanese word for billboard, kan meaning card and ban meaning signal. So basically, if you have any desire in keeping track of everything, we all know we can use post-it notes and have them all over our desks in our office, and then sometimes they get covered up. So I'm going to show you about a place to kind of do this online. You might have a list of all the things you need to do, and then you can move things around if you want. Maybe you want to keep track of where you are on a project and even go all the way to show when you're finished. But what I love about this new site I just heard about is that you don't have to use that method, but you can still move stuff around. So it's called Trello, and there's also a phone app. So basically, I consider all of these all my little post-it notes, and then I can also have them on my phone. So this is a board that I recently made, and you'll notice it just says weekly schedule. I added this photo. You can even add some labels with color and put words in there if you want. So I know that every Sunday I'm going to send out an email with an instructional idea. And I know every Monday I'm probably going to be looking at a PLC planning meeting or something like that. And you might see here, okay, every Tuesday after school, I might meet with a teacher named Kyle. Actually, it's my brother's name. You notice there's no color on this one. I saved that so I could show you, and I can just go in the color of the rainbows. So I have red, orange. We'll make that one yellow. I'll hit save. And then for Wednesday, I can go in and I can make that green. So you can see that now these are just sort of in the color of the rainbow. What I love about Trello and what sold me was I can move things around. If I decide that I need to put this under my things to do today, then I'll just kind of grab it and put it over there. If I decide that I want this whole list to come first before things to do, then I can move that whole list. My internet is being funky, so it's being a little bit slow, but now you can see I can move those around. And that's basically what sold me. You can change backgrounds. There's all sorts of things you can do. So if I want to make a new board, I would just go up here and you can see you can just create board, and it's going to ask you for the title. Maybe you want one for your semester 1 units. So you go ahead and type that, create board. It's just going to bring that up for you. Just wait a second. And I honestly do not like this background. So I wanted to show you, you can change it to a color if you just want to see a color there. Or I actually really always just like to have a nice pretty photo in the background. I'll pick something that looks kind of calming. That looks nice. We'll go with this one for now. And I'll close this. So you can start out with lists, and maybe for semester 1, I have start of semester tasks that I want to do. And then if I hit enter, now it's going to ask me to add a card. So on the card, I might say make seating charts, and then I'll hit enter, and you can see I can add other cards. What's nice about this is the card front, but if you click the card back, you get a bunch of options. So you can look around at all of these things and decide, hey, do I want to add anybody? Am I working with any co-teachers? Do I want to give them access to the whole board or to the card? You can do that. You can add checklists if you want. So maybe the checklist is considerations. I'm just making this stuff up as I go here. I'll add an item like maybe any IEP issues, anybody who can't see the board. We'll just kind of throw some stuff in there. I'll add a due date for this. We know that school starts for us on the 12th, so I definitely want to kind of get to this at least the day before, and I will hit save, and I'll show you why I'm going to add that due date here in just a second. So I hit save. You can have covers. So if you decide that you want to have an image from their photos, you can do that. If you actually have an image that is going to help you remember this, like all these things you have to remember as seating charts, we can just pick any picture you want. I like that one because that's my grandson and it looks like he's thinking about how to do something. So that's just going to catch my attention pretty quickly. So I can go over here to add another list, and this might be my unit 1. And if I hit enter, I'll have a card. And one thing I know I should always do is have a pre-test for that unit. And then we get into some of the readings, you know, anything you want. And then this could be unit 2. And if I hit enter, it's just going to look the same way and let me add cards. If for any reason I feel like I want to drag this card to unit 2, then that's just what I love. You can just move things around however you want. So I'm going to go back to one of my boards. I'll go home and show you all the different boards that I've started to mess with here. And I'm going to click on my board again. They have a thing called power-ups, and so one of the power-ups that I picked was calendar. So now if I have put a due date on any of these items, it's going to show that to me in calendar view. So now I can see that I told myself on July 30th that I was going to do some Chromebook work. Okay, my internet was being weird, so I got all messed up on my calendar. So you can see that on Sunday, I know I have something to do, and then on Monday, that item is showing up for me there. So I'm going to close this calendar view. There's no way that I could even begin to do a quick video on all of the things Trello has to offer, but I thought as you're starting to plan your semester or your quarter, you might want to check it out. Obviously, you know, these can say anything, and so it's just really up to you on what you need, but it is a nice way to keep track of everything. If you decide that you're not going to do something today, but you're going to do it this week, you can even move those cards down within that list. So anyway, you can learn anything you want on YouTube, of course, but I did want to introduce it to you. I wish someone had told me about it years ago, and in fact, they probably did, but I didn't check it out immediately, and now I've missed out on years of basically having an online board where I can move ideas around. So if you use it and you like it, I'd love to hear how you're using it and learn from you some of the things that you have got it to do.